Well, hello everybody, welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to be making some chocolate crinkle cookies. Now I made some crinkle cookies last week or the week before, which I thought were very good. So I thought I'd try a chocolate variety today. And for that I'm going to be using 128 grams of plain flour, or 130 grams in fact, and a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 60 grams of cocoa powder. Now I looked at various recipes when deciding how to do these, and lots of them use melted chocolate or cocoa powder and melted chocolate, but I just want a nice chocolate flavour that doesn't have to be too overindulgent. And so I'm just going to use cocoa powder. That is going to give us a nice rich chocolate, but not too rich. So I've just mixed those ingredients together, and I have 150 grams of caster sugar, or you could use granulated, 57 grams of softened butter, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 medium eggs. That would be large eggs in the USA. And I'm going to put the butter into my stand mixer, and it's softened, this butter, and I'm going to cream that a little bit with the sugar. Now there's not much of either, so it's not going to mix up and cream particularly well, but it will be good enough. And that's as good as it's going to get, I think, but we'll add our eggs in and our vanilla extract, and that will help it all come together much better. Okay, so that's nicely mixed. Now I'm going to pour in the dry ingredients, and I'm just going to mix that on slow until we've got it combined. And we'll give that a scrape as well to get any loose flour and such like incorporated. And we have a nice sticky dough. I'm going to give it one more little mix. And then I'm going to put it back into our bowl, and we're going to chill it for at least 3 hours. That's so that it becomes a lot firmer and we can mould it into nice round balls. And we will also be using icing sugar or confectioner's sugar to roll the balls in before baking. So I'm going to cover that with some cling film and put it in the fridge for 3 hours. By which time it will be nicely chilled. Then I'll come back and we'll roll it out and bake it into our chocolate crinkle cookies. Okay, so I'm back with you, and this has been chilling now for 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tablespoon of the batter or the dough, and I'm going to make a ball and roll it in icing sugar. I've got about half a cup of icing sugar there. So I want about a level tablespoon. And you have to work quite quickly because this will become soft very quickly. Make it into a ball, roll it in the icing sugar, get it nicely coated all over, and place it onto the baking tray. Now I've lined the baking trays with parchment only because I prefer to do that. Okay, so I'm back with you. I've rolled out 22 balls, coated them in icing sugar. Some are larger than others, but I think that's fine. I have a bit of a problem with my recording device, so I can't see myself on the screen there at the moment. It seems to be playing up, but we'll persevere. Now I have the oven preheated at 180 Celsius, 160 Celsius with a fan. That's 350 Fahrenheit. And I'm going to put these in the oven and bake them for 10 to 12 minutes until they crack on the top and on the sides and they're cooked right through. Then I'm going to take them out and let them cool, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so I'm back with you now. Our cookies baked for 11 minutes in the oven. I've taken them out and allowed them to cool. I've got some behind me on the wire rack, but I've put some onto a plate so you can see them. They've turned out very well. That's the underside, the top, and they've cracked nicely, and I'll take a little bite. Excuse me. I think the icing sugar tickled my throat. Oh, very nice. Got a nice chocolate flavour with a lovely soft texture, almost a cross between a cookie and a brownie. Very good indeed. So that's it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below the video and click on the button to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's also a link if you click on the eye in the top right corner of the video screen, which will give you a drop down to see the recipe, or you can click a link below the video to see the recipe. And I will be back with you again with a new recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.